this easier to see. I'm all right. See if we can get this live stream to pop up. See how the audio sounds today. Check, 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 check. See how the audio sounds today. Check, 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 check. One thing. Check, check, check. Check. Hey, Tom's here. Check, check, check. Okay, that seems to be working now. Much better. Okay, that seems to be working now. B Sniper's here. Hello, my friends. Tom's doing some homework. All good, Tom. I appreciate you supporting the channel, stopping by to say hello. Just going to be doing some putting, hanging out, maybe answering some questions, chatting. Today, got some meetings coming up this afternoon, but there's an echo. Is the echo better now? It should be better now. Oh, just going to be working on some putts. Maybe do a little bit of mobility work. Got our 10 golf balls. B Sniper says I'm about to make a YouTube video, so I'll have to go off early. No problem at all. What are you making a YouTube video about? Oh, I'm always interested to hear about the kinds of content that other people are making. Obviously, my content, guys, is about golf and sobriety and mental health. Fortnite. B Sniper makes Fortnite content. Very cool. I've played some Fortnite in my day, guys, back in the day. Not so much anymore, but... Oh, Fortnite with my friend. That's awesome, B Sniper. Very exciting. Keep up the hard work. There's some huge Fortnite channels out there. Pretty sure. And you could be one of them. B Sniper says, bet you are good. Oh, I was not good at Fortnite, guys. I tried to figure out how to do all the building and making the cool ramps and stuff, but that was a challenge. What do you play on? Good question, Tom. I used to play a lot of Xbox. Now I do more PC gaming with my gaming friends. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 recently. The Red Sec Battle Royale game mode. Just doing some stretching here to get ready to hit some putts. Winning says, I farted and took a whiff and it was strong. Well, only one way to find out, right? I just play 0 builds in Fort. I didn't even know that was an option. It's been a long time since I've played Fortnite, as you can probably tell. Hey, HM Harshit Mendel said hi. Hello, my friend. Appreciate you coming to say hello. Oh, what are we going to do today, guys? We're going to hit some putts. We're going to answer some questions. Also, pretty exciting, guys. If you are looking to improve your golf heading into the holidays, I'm excited to announce that I have started offering one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in some online lessons, you really want to take your game to the next level, you're tired of duffing the ball around the course, check out the link in my bio or in the description of the live stream. we can get started doing some one-on-one online coaching. So that's exciting to have announced and start offering that as part of this platform that we're building together. I know it's not going to be for everybody, and there's tons of great coaches out there, and there's tons of free instruction. But we've had lots of people reach out and ask and say, hey, can you look at my swing? I'd love to do some one-on-one coaching. It sounds like you, John, have a interesting approach and way of explaining things that resonates with me. Can you offer some one-on-one coaching? So I said, yeah, let's figure out a way to do that. So I partnered up with Skillist, which is one of these online platforms, and we're going to start doing some coaching. So that's really exciting. Wiley says, over 3 years sober, golf is a huge part of my life now. Love the content. Keep it up, brother. Thanks so much, Wiley. Appreciate your support. Congrats on your sobriety. Proud of you, my man. Hey, Jake is here. What's up, Jake? Jamin said, to what do we owe the pleasure of a morning stream? What's up, John? Hey, Jamin. Appreciate you stopping in to say hello. What do we owe the pleasure? This continued effort on my part to keep building this platform and spend more time in front of the camera, hanging out with you guys or making content. The only way we're going to get there is by doing it, putting the work in. So I had a couple free hours. I said it's a little unusual this time of day, but why not just turn the stream on? Boom. We can hang out, answer some questions. Jake said, smart business move, John. Thanks so much. Pulpic said, you're so bad, but messing around. Well, we'll take it. It's 10-4 in Ireland. Tommy's here. B Sniper's got to go. Thanks for being here, B Sniper. Appreciate all your support. I'm also thinking about creating a community on SKOOL. I don't know if anybody knows about SKOOL, but it seems like a pretty cool platform to talk about this kind of stuff and build a community in much the same way that we're doing here with these live streams. But Tommy said, no bullying. I agree with you, Tommy. Bullying is the worst. Nobody likes a bully. I was bullied relentlessly as a kid, guys. I mean, brutal. Like, to the point where I remember telling my parents, I don't think people want me around. I just don't think I'm supposed to be here. And I didn't even know, it's not like I was even old enough, I think, to contemplate taking my own life. I was just being so viciously bullied that I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to make it stop. I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. And that experience has really led me to have such disdain for bullies. There's just no need for it. It doesn't accomplish anything productive. And what they say is true, that hurt people hurt people. So it's the bullies who often have an underlying issue, that they're taking it out on other people. But it still doesn't change the fact that it's not an effective way to make yourself feel better. If you think that bringing someone else down or making someone else's time harder is going to make your life easier, it's just a misguided premise. Hey, Melinda said good morning. Wastinka's here. Gash is here. Tom said, sorry to hear that, but look at you now. I know, that's a great perspective, Tom. And one that I do try to maintain, right? I survived some of these hard experiences in a way that not everyone is so lucky to do. And it certainly has forged me into the person I am today, whether that's, going through the bullying or my struggles with alcohol, my struggles with my mental health. All of these things are experiences that I've had to go through. I'm not glad that I went through them, but they have made me who I am today. And who I am today is someone that I'm really proud of. I can look myself in the mirror and say, you're doing the right things. I'm proud of you. And there's something to be said for that. And a lot of that comes from having those hard experiences and having to go through those things. and now being able to transform all of that into something like this platform where I can talk about those experiences and share what it's like with other people. And the feedback I'm getting is that it's great. It's working, it's helping, it's resonating with people. Gash said, good morning. Champetus is here. The easiest thing to just tell the teacher they might be suspended. Yeah, again, guys, there's nothing that says you have to just tough it out, right? There's resources available. You can ask for help if you're going through this stuff. I would encourage you. You're not equipped as a young person to deal with this kind of stuff. Ask for help. It's totally okay to ask for help. Don't chop them at the feet to get a leg up. Well said, Jamin. Hello, bro. Hello to you. It's not the morning yet, guys. November 25th, exactly right. Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Whoa. You should put together a sober invitational. That's an interesting idea, Wiley. It's a very interesting idea. One thing, an idea that my wife actually had was, I've been thinking about reaching out to some different simulator venues to try and partner up with them so that we can, throughout the winter, do more live streams and have a great place to show some data, work on swing stuff. And my wife's idea was, well, why don't you put together a league of sober golfers? And I thought that was a really interesting idea. So maybe, you know, that could be something to keep in mind. Oh, brutal. Tommy, no problem. Can we be friends? Of course. Just hit that subscribe button, guys. It's very easy. Are you Christian? If so, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know if I would self-identify that way. I think I grew up in the Catholic Church, but would describe myself more as agnostic today. You should clean your camera. Seems a bit hazy. Oh, that's an interesting comment. Let's see if that could be true. Could also be, bro, what's with the backwards grip? Oh, that does seem better, doesn't it? Shout out to the wife being involved in your YouTube journey. Yeah, I'm very lucky, guys. I have an incredibly supportive wife and family who understand that, number one, this is important to me, and that it's making a difference. I think it's much easier for people to support you or get on board with what you're doing when you're like, hey, look at this tangible thing that I'm getting out of it. And it's not just for me. It's, hey, look at these people who are coming to these streams and saying, I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time, and it's helping. Having someone to listen, and we have shared experiences, whether that's with alcohol or other things, anxiety. Black screen. Bueno, yeah, isn't that way better, guys? That's crazy how blurry it was. Sorry about that. Maybe we can get the light in here to be a little less harsh, too. Oops, that's going the wrong way. Okay, good enough for now. All right, so the backwards grip, Jordy, great question. With a traditional grip, right, where your left hand is on top and the right hand is down below, for me, my shoulders tend to get a little bit too tilted this way. So I'm having to adjust, and I'm not hitting the ball in the center of the putter face. So by shifting my grip and moving this left hand low, we call this the left hand low grip, or cross-handed, it really levels out my shoulders so that I strike the ball in the center of the putter much more consistently, and the ball rolls very nicely. Ready to drop some celebrations for makes. Let's do it, guys. Let's roll some putts in. Well, we made it, but we did start it just barely too far left. That's what I love about this gate system, guys. You get instant feedback on how your putting is. I do this pretty much every day to make sure that my start line is solid. If you can't start the ball on your intended line, it doesn't matter how well you read the greens, how good your speed is. Consummate perfectionist. Yeah, that is probably a good way to describe me, guys. I do like to do things at a high level. I don't have much interest in doing things, you know, just like quote unquote for fun or to be kind of average at them. Let's go. You know, if I wasn't trying to be the best golfer I could possibly be, I don't know if it would be very fun. Which isn't for everybody, but Isaiah says, I know you're putting, but from that forward angle, can you please show me how the club releases with irons? Is the right hand throwing under? Is the left wrist extending? I have a strong grip. Jordy says, true, that makes sense. Cheers. I'll give it a try. Rad Izumi leg too. Thanks so much. Yeah, this is still very much in progress, guys, but we've got the dragon up here, little koi down here, traditional mask over here, and then this is like a samurai guy with a sword and stuff going on back here, so that's all pretty cool. It's going to sound very silly, but you forget how much bigger legs are than arms when you're trying to cover like an arm with ink. It seems like it goes relatively quickly. When you start doing a leg, it takes much longer. Really good movement to play golf. Just need to relax, get your hands in the right place. Gonna call it a hole, I guess. Yeah, that is the goal. All right, so Isaiah, we talk about releasing the club, right? What do we want that to feel like? For me, it feels like from the bottom half of the downswing, right? So from the top of the swing, I'm really trying to let the club, just try not to hit stuff, right? From here, the top of the swing, the club's just falling straight down. I'm keeping my shoulders closed, right? My weight is shifting. This club's starting to come down. But from about right here, I want to feel like I'm letting out that angle, right? From here, right, there's still lots of this wrist angle stored up. That's how we get lag when the hands are here and the club is still behind us. But we need to release that lag at the ball. So for me, from about right here, it feels like I'm throwing this club almost like you would skip a rock, right? Like you're holding the angle, and then at the bottom, you're skipping that rock. So for me, the release of the club at the bottom feels largely similar, where I'm trying to throw that club at the ball to unhinge all of this energy, right? So I go from here with lots of wrist angle to impact, right? The hands, especially with an iron, are still going to be in front. You're still going to be delivering some shaft lean. But hopefully that helps. How about your Happy Gilmore swing? Yeah, that one needs some work, guys. We went out and posted, or filmed, I should say, a 9-hole Happy Gilmore challenge where I played every shot like Happy Gilmore. It's tougher than you think. I'm 31, Tommy. Sure, you know how to hit a golf ball, but would you handle a fully armored knight? Stay ready. I don't know how I would handle a fully armored knight. I'd probably just run away. Hope that my endurance would carry me out of their range. Can I see the follow through from the face on angle? Oh, like this? Sure. Well, it's going to be a little tougher, but we'll do our best. All right, so from here, it's, you know, you have lots of angles here, and then boom. Like if you had a hammer, imagine you were trying to hammer a nail into the wall, right? You wouldn't push the hammer this way, and you wouldn't like flip it from back here. You kind of let it store that energy. You build the angle, and then you, boom, hammer it, that nail, It's the same exact idea. We have a flat surface. We're trying to hit what is effectively another flat surface. We want to, boom, unload that energy right at the ball. What are the wrists doing after impact? What's the time there? I'm on the northeast coast of the US, guys, so it is just past 11 in the morning here, 11 a.m. No, like you're hitting towards me. Oh, I see. So again, after impact is less important, guys. The ball's already gone. But I love doing the towel drill or the, grab a band like this, Isaiah. This can really help. Something like this. I like using a golf towel as well. And tuck this under your arms. This isn't going to, answer your wrist question so much, but it really will help you understand what it's like to feel the club and the connection staying in front of you. And then on the way through as well, how you need to turn and rotate to keep the club in front of you by maintaining this connection, keeping your chest moving through the swing. Great golfer right here. Thanks, Gash. John is better than Scotty Scheffler. Well, that's certainly not true. I like to put a towel that I really like so it fixes my swing. There you go. That's a great idea too, Gash. They're not in my bag currently, guys, but these Tacoma irons are pretty nice to look down at. This is the 301 CB model. I do have the TaylorMade MBs in my bag currently, though. You're welcome, Isaiah. I hope it helps. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the chat for me. We'll talk through it. But let's see if we can make some putts and let Jamin get back to posting his celebratory emojis. Oh, we in fact cannot, guys. We can't. Not on that attempt. Do you know the lake? I don't know the lake. Musclebacks, you're a madman. I know, guys. I got to get something more forgiving. I wonder if we have enough subscribers where Tacoma would send us some clubs. I don't know. I'm new here. What driver do you use? Great question. I have a QI10 Max driver in the bag. TaylorMade driver. I also, behind me, have a collection of old TaylorMade drivers I've used over the years, which is kind of cool. Man, I am consistently missing on the left today. I don't know what's up with that. Wonder if the alignment is off. I just am setting up to it weird. It's good for pattern recognition, right, guys? We can figure out what's going on with our stroke. We're trying to aim this ball just inside right because it does break slightly to the left. When you buy a house that's over 100 years old, you're not going to get level floors, I promise you that. I'm all right. There we go, right back on track. Search, Tommy said search. Lake. Chaga, oh, there we go. Chabunog Gungamog. Lake in Massachusetts. Look at that. It looks nice. Can't say I've ever heard of it. Jamin said one of those 201s for sure. Just picked up some Nike slingshots on discount until then. I was looking at the 201s as well, Jamin. Just for something a little bit more forgiving, especially in those longer clubs. Nice. Off the bogey train, which is great. Have you ever used a Ping G400? I don't think I have. Oh, what are you doing, silly lady? Yeah, I agree with you, Tommy. I don't think most of this stuff that some of the topics that I talk about, right, with depression and alcohol probably aren't suitable for kids. That's why there is a button that we check that says not for kids. Michael said hi. Do I want to learn Irish? I would love to learn some Irish. I really like that Kneecap movie. And the band, I mean, the movie is about the band, but, or the rap group, I guess you would call them. If you guys haven't checked out Kneecap and want to learn about how they're using music to fight back against imperialism and British occupation of Ireland, go check out that movie. I think it's on Netflix. That's a goated club, one of the G's. I have used one of the old Ping, I think it was like a G200, or I could be wrong. One of the older Ping drivers with the turbulators on the top. That was very effective. Super forgiving driver. Boom. Gash says, I like the Happy Gilmore movie. I liked it too. I thought it certainly wasn't as good as the original, but it wasn't trying to be. Something to be said for that. Can I play golf with you? We've been talking about trying to find a way to play some golf with subscribers, but we don't have an answer to that yet. Ask me a word and I'll tell you it in Irish. How would I say, like, hello and goodbye? Nice. It's a good movie. Tommy says spread positivity. Absolutely, guys.
You should ask the Irish person if your 33,333 is good. Hit the seal.
Tom, my wife wants you to rate my Irish accent. I'm gonna say one sentence, and you got to tell me how my accent is. 333,333. That's all I got. Push that positivity. Exactly right. Hey, Friendly Creator is here. Welcome. Thank you guys for saying hi. Appreciate you. I'm all right. 7 out of 10. All right, I'll take 7 out of 10. Friendly Creator is also Irish. Hippo Sithipur. Do you know that? I don't. Do you know of Marucci? Oh, is he the guy with the crazy hair, Jamin, who does the videos where he's like, if the ball was flat, you wouldn't hit it from the side? Man, it's hard to even emulate that style of speaking. Jax says, my name is Jax. I see that, Jax. Like Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Boom. I know, that guy's awesome, Jamin. I think he actually has really good advice. We tend to overcomplicate golf. I, for one, like I was talking earlier about offering lessons and doing some coaching, which I'm really excited about. So if you guys want to learn more about that, check out the link in my bio or in the description of the live stream. I really think we tend to overcomplicate golf. When we're talking about, you know, P2 arm angles and shoulder extension at P5, and it's like, guys, I don't know if we need to make it that difficult. I understand that that system works for some people. What's your favorite set of irons? Great question. Like all time, even ones that I haven't gamed, probably the Mura Baby Blades. Just a stunning iron. Absolutely classic look. Razor sharp top on. I don't think I'm good enough to game them, but my TaylorMade MBs I have in the bag right now are really good. Nice cake. Guess my country. I'm going to guess Scotland. Do you know any Irish words? Dallas says, I can't hit blades. Well, I'm starting to feel that I can't either, guys. I do love them, but something more forgiving, I think, is probably in my future. Boom. Nice rhythm right now. What's your favorite color? Mine is blue. Tommy says England. Very cool. I was just over in England. What's my favorite color? It's probably got to be black. I'm not sure that is a color. It might be.
It's a shade.
I might say red other than that if I had to pick. If I had to pick a true color. Designs and desserts said hi. I'm in England. Jamin says, gotta be green, dog. Green's a good color too. If you like golf, green is, you're gonna see a lot of green. Boom, right on target. Get the driver out. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Gash. Hello is Dia Duit. I probably said that really poorly, but this is a Lab putter, Lab DF3. Very cool piece of kit. What's your favorite animal? It's got to be dogs, right? I got 2 dogs at home. Hard pressed to think of a better animal than that. I also really like marine life, you know, dolphins and whales. Sharks. Those are pretty cool. I've seen a lot of crocodiles on the golf course, or alligators. I know Spanish, like mi amigo, inglés, more, uno, dos, tres. Me too, my friend. Dia do it is misa, Jacob. I heard that those are good. They are good. I'm taking Spanish, say every word with the most American accent ever. It takes time to practice. I had to go to Spain before my accent got a lot better. Coolest animal got to be peregrine falcon. That's a cool choice, Connor. I like that choice. It just takes practice, Gash. You can listen to podcasts or TV shows in Spanish. That will help. Pero si quieres, yo puedo hablar poquito contigo. Pero para mí es difícil practicar en ese momento porque mis amigos aquí no hablan español. Pero también yo puedo hacer más para practicar. Porque para mí mi capacidad de hablar es muchísimo mejor que mi capacidad de escuchar y entender. Porque como he dicho, es difícil para mí practicar cada día. Do you like the Miami Dolphins? I can't say that I do, guys. I'm a New England Patriots fan. Born and raised. My boy Tommy. Tom Brady the Saint. St. Thomas right there. Can you hit draws 100% of the time, 50-50 like me? I don't think I hit any shot one way 100% of the time. I like hitting draws with short irons. You know, one of my favorite wedge shots is like a low trap draw. Just kind of move it back in the stance and turn it over a tiny bit. I like the bald eagles. Good choice, Tommy. What's your favorite college football team? I can't say I have a favorite college football team, guys. I didn't grow up in the college football world. No, dreadful. Draws. Nice, right back on track. Never ever want to miss 2 in a row. Wilhelm is here. Gosh, what's your favorite sports team? If I had to pick a favorite sports team, like I said, probably the New England Patriots. Boston Bruins are right behind them. Not far away from Garristown. If I try to hit a draw with my driver, it's a hit or miss. Yeah, I never try to hit draws with driver, guys. I like hitting big high fades with my driver. Don't like seeing that ball go left off the tee. Do you know any certain game? I know Call of Duty, Roblox, and Dead by Daylight. I've only ever played Call of Duty out of those. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield recently. Have you ever played a free golf course? I don't know if I've ever come across a free golf course. It is a nice idea, though. I like the idea of, or maybe a donation-based golf course. You know, come and play, pay what you can. So that way you could open it up to people who can't afford to play. And will you cheer for Team USA hockey next year? I probably will. Jake says, damn, the wife's got me doing a DIY project, so I'm just listening. My boy's got an Irish accent and speaking Spanish. Man of many talents. I love it, Jake. Good luck with your project. No. Ugh, just consistently missing on that left side still. Gonna have to figure that out. I'm alright. There we go. Have you ever watched Happy Gilmore before? I definitely have, guys. Both of them. I've seen the old one, the original, a number of times. And I've watched the new one as well. I thought they did a good job with it. Didn't try to do too much. I like Dead by Daylight. There you go. What's your favorite song? I don't know if I could pick one favorite song, guys. Coach wants to know, what's the best part of your golf game? Good question, Coach. Most days I would say my short game. You know, my chipping and pitching tends to outperform and get me out of some tight spots on the golf course. Have you watched Emperor's New Groove? I think I have a long time ago. Happy Gilmore Jr., that's funny. Or multiple songs. It really depends on the mood I'm in, you know? I really like listening to bands. You know, I kind of tend to gravitate towards the punk rock stuff. You know, Good Charlotte and Sum 41 and Blink-182. I like the 1975 a lot. Green Day is definitely my rotation. Lots of good choices for music out there, guys. So personal. And depends on the day, you know. There's some songs or bands that I hear and I'm like, not today. Then other days I'm like, hell yeah, let's let it ride. The part of your game that needs the most improvement. I think my driving is the least consistent. When I drive it well, it feels, you know, the rest of my game feels pretty easy. And when I drive it poorly, it feels very hard. So that's something that I'm going to be working on over the winter. Doing lots of work on the driver. Trying to get that into a good spot heading into next season. Do you like Metallica? It's not the first thing I would go for, but they have some songs that I've liked in the past. I like the painting on the bottom of your wall. Thanks very much. With the red nose. Oh, we can talk about this, guys. This is actually a towel that I framed. They gave these out at a Patriots game I went to. After the guy pictured here is Roger Goodell. He's the commissioner of the NFL. And he made some very silly decisions when it came to handling the Deflategate scandal with the Patriots. So they made these towels that gave him a red clown nose. And got one of those at the game and framed it up along with the ticket. Nope, that's Patch Adams. I don't know a lot of golf. I like golf, but don't know a lot. Well, it takes time to learn, guys. You're never gonna know everything, and it takes lots and lots of time to accumulate knowledge, so don't be too hard on yourself if you're new to something and you're just getting started. You should be a professional. Professional what? Professional golfer. I don't know if I have the skills for that. I think I could be a professional content creator talking about sobriety and my experiences with therapy and mental health, things like that. Why is he blue? Well, I think they just made the towels blue. Are you ready for the President's Cup? We do have a President's Cup coming up next year, right? What's your longest drive? Probably 350 with some wind behind me and some really firm fairways. I once drove it on a par 4 that was about 350 yards. Got a big bounce, rolled it up on the green. And then I 5-putted for a double bogey. So it's not always about driving. 5 putts for double bogey is, it doesn't feel good, guys. You don't walk off that green saying, man, what a cool drive I just hit. You walk off saying, I really wish I hadn't 5-putted. I'm all right. Consider also motivational speaker going to schools and such to talk sobriety. That's an interesting idea, Jake. Tommy says, my longest drive was 34 hours. It's a funny way to turn the question around. Whew, just barely snuck it in. I would probably fall asleep after 34 hours too, my friend. That is a long time to be in the car. Oh, short. That was crazy. Don't leave a ton of putts short from 5 feet, but it happens once in a while. You're good, Jamin. I appreciate the support. Who would win in a fight? M2 driver versus Cobra King SZ. Definitely the M2, I think. Although I never liked, I have this is an M1 driver head here. I wasn't a huge fan of these. I thought they were a little spinny. This original Stealth I had was phenomenal until the face cracked. I don't think it was super forgiving, but for me, it was the perfect combo of like low spin and straight. This is an old SLDR head, if you guys remember this one. One of the original low spin, super low spin drivers. Absolute monster. If you hit the middle of the face, it would just launch high, come out with almost no spin. This is back when they were telling people to loft up. Like they had taken the spin down so low, you needed more loft to launch it high enough to keep it in the air. But if you miss the center of the face, it was just not going to be good. So I for one, am glad that they've improved the forgiveness since then. But man, I hit some really, really long drives with that SLDR. Love the SLDR. Do you like the Titleist Pro V1 ball? I do. Awesome, awesome golf ball. I used it pretty exclusively for a number of years until I switched to the TP5X at the start of this year. Boom. What's your favorite food? I like all kinds of food, guys. I love trying new things from different places. Recently, I would say Thai red curry has been among my favorites. My wife makes an amazing Thai red curry dumpling dish. Who is the photo with the clown nose? That's Roger Goodell, guys. They are so expensive. They are. Mine is hot dog. Hot dog is a good choice for your favorite food. Rarely will you be disappointed by a hot dog. Boom. Glizzy connoisseur. That's really funny, Jamin. 320 Millennium. I don't know about that, Gash. I'm alright. Let's go. Finally seem to have figured out the putting a little bit. It's 16:30 in England right now. That makes sense because it's 11:30 here. You guys with your strange 24-hour time. I know it reduces some confusion. You have to worry about the AM or PM thing, but... Chicago dog or chili cheese dog? Oh, tough choice, Jamin. I'm going to go Chicago dog, I think. I like those onions and peppers on there. Who would win in a fight? Ping Answer OG versus Odyssey Hot Ball, or maybe 2 ball? I'm going Ping Answer. Absolute classic shape. Boom. Yeah, America. 1631, yeah. No, America has a lot of things that it needs to keep getting better at. I don't think the time is at the top of the list at the moment. A lot of other more pressing issues that we could be addressing. No. Jinxed myself a second ago. I said we've got to figure it out. 2 ball. Yes, I'm still going Ping Answer. 2 ball is a great choice. But I'm going Answer. What's your thoughts about Dutch Bros coffee? I've only had it a couple times, but I enjoyed it. I gave up caffeine recently, guys, maybe 6 months ago. I used to be a big coffee drinker, and now I'm not. I just woke up feeling like I had a debt to pay every morning and didn't love that. If the sun is bigger than the earth, how is the world split with dark on the other side and light on the other side? Well, just about the rotation, right, Tommy? About how we're spinning and which part of the earth is facing the sun. You know, you could have the biggest light in the world. You know, imagine if it was coming from your direction where you guys are. Well, if I turn my back, I'm not going to see the light. I'm just going to see what's over there. I think John would win. John or Happy Gilmore? Yeah, I think I'm probably a better golfer than Happy Gilmore. I got that OG in love, my guy, but a backup answer is my go-to backup. There you go. You're good, Jamin. Oren said hi. Hello, Oren. I am in the Northeast. Jones? On the coast? Did you try the new Cobra Dark Speed? I did not, guys. I haven't been fit for clubs in a little bit of time. One of my dreams with this whole content thing would be to get invited to one of those amazing fitting facilities, you know, like the Kingdom that TaylorMade has, where they do all kinds of cool fitting and club testing. That would be super, super cool. Gash says, I'm in Connecticut. Very cool. Not too far. How much is that TaylorMade ball bag? Oh, this one? These, I think, are like 125 bucks. These Den Caddies. A whittle bit. Boom. I think if I had to pick a brand, I'm curious what you guys think. I would go TaylorMade and then Titleist would be my top two for brands if I had to pick somebody to sponsor the channel and to, you know, play all through the bag, play their clubs. Couldn't go wrong with TaylorMade, I don't think. Titleist would be great. You know, honestly, any of them would be great, but how much did you spend on golf in a lifetime? I'm not going to answer that, dumpster. Oren says you have a very nice setup. Thanks very much. Gash has to go. Appreciate you stopping in to say hi, Gash. If you guys are enjoying the stream like Gash, hit that subscribe button for me. It really does help us out. How much was your house? I think it's 900 pounds. Well, houses cost more than that. I'll tell you this. It's been the largest purchase I've ever made. Although, if we're being honest, guys, the bank really owns the house. I just get to pay to live in it, but hey, Gash, thanks for being here, my friend. Hit that like button for Gash, showing some support, asking lots of great questions. No. Just sloppy in transition. I could feel it. I could feel it happening as it happened. I'm subscribed. Everyone on the stream should subscribe. That's amazing, Gash. Thank you so much. What car do you have? Good question, Tom. I've got an SUV, black one. I don't like cars. I mean, I appreciate nice cars and I like them as much as anybody, but I like to have a comfortable vehicle, a safe one. I think it's a BMW X5 is what I'm driving right now. But I don't worry too much about cars and upgrading them. I just want something that's reliable and safe. It's good for my back. I did a lot of research when I was buying this car about vehicles that are comfortable for somebody with a bad back. What's the best golf cart? I don't know. A lot of people left the stream. Yeah, it's going to happen, Tommy. People come in and out. Oh, I'm knocking all kinds of stuff over here, too. Honda or Toyota? I don't have much experience with either one, to be honest, guys. Everyone like and sub. Amazing. Anything, you'll be wasting your time. Tom finishes homework. Amazing. That's great work. Everyone like and sub. This is even better, guys, when the chat is doing the work for you, trying to encourage people to join our community here. That's pretty awesome. So I'm very grateful to you guys. Trying to push things along. Hey, Tyler's here. Thanks for saying hi, my guy. I'm all right. I hate homework. It's too hard. Well, it just takes practice, right? Just requires your attention, and it's hard when you'd rather be doing something else. You're like, man, I want to just go work on my golf, but I got to do this homework or I got to do this work, whatever it is. Just about attention. You just give it your attention until it's done, and then you can focus your attention on something else. Once you practice the putting, your mid or long game will drop. I know from experience. Nice shot. Thanks, Tyler. Mizuno #1 for irons, Cobra or Callaway for drivers. I like TaylorMade high-toe wedges. I have an addiction with switching out my gear. I've been there too, dumpster. I've gone through all kinds of different setups, and it's I think it's a phase that everyone in golf has. Some people grow out of it like I have. Some people, you know, that's a part of the hobby that sticks with them, and there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not, you know, using your rent money on equipment. Nothing wrong with that part of the hobby being one that you enjoy. Daryl, what happened to your cool white sneakers? Oh, they're around here somewhere. Try further. Well, this is about as far as we can go, guys. There's a wall here. Can you go put them on and wear them tied up for a friend in the hospital, please? Oh, I'm not going to stop the stream, Daryl, to go change my shoes. I have over 15 pairs of golf shoes. That's a lot. Try moving the ball back to push your limits. If it's any idea of what's to come east, very cold in Washington this morning, get your golf in whilst you can. Well, I have good news, guys. I'm going to the golf course in a couple hours. I have some meetings, some work meetings I need to take care of beforehand, but after that, we are going to head to the course. I think I'm going to film a 2-ball worst ball scramble from the red tees. What do you guys think about that idea? So I'll hit 2 balls on every shot. We'll play the worst one. So for a putt, you'd have to make it twice for it to count. Go into the hallway. Another day, Daryl. You can see the white sneakers, but I hope you start to feel better soon. I do have a pretty long hallway out there. We could hit some, 20-footers. Boom. When I putt my best, guys, I'm really feeling like the shoulder is what's driving the stroke. I'm not feeling it in my hands. I'm really just feeling this shoulder moving down and back up. You can do this. Positive mindset. Love it, Tyler. Hey, Paul's here. Welcome to the stream, Paul. I will try, so will you please try to never wear them untied, please? Absolutely. Daryl, did the untied shoes, did that have something to do with your injury or ending up in the hospital? It's none of my business, and you certainly don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but it is a little bit unique. Thanks, Tyler. What do you do when a golf gold-digging lady is jazzing you up, but you don't have money like that, and you are scared to tell them? Daryl says, yeah, I tripped over my laces. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Daryl. Hopefully you weren't injured too badly. I don't know, Dumpster. I've never had that experience. I've never been jazzed up by a gold digger golf lady. And similarly, I also don't have any money to have them come after, so I'll let you know if it does happen. Played yesterday, shot 74, first round in 3 months, missing the green 3 times from 110. Didn't help, didn't account for the cold weather. Well, Paul, 74 for the first time in 3 months is still some really good playing. Keep it up. Broken hip and leg. Oh, I'm so sorry, Daryl. All right. Because you asked so nicely. Dun 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 dun! Fancy white sneakers. Can you answer my question, please? Oh, sorry, Tom. I might have missed your question. What golf course is that in the corner? Oh, this one? This is Tobacco Road. Tobacco Road is a really unique Mike Strantz design near Pinehurst in North Carolina. I think it's in Sanford. Yeah, Sanford, North Carolina. So this is just a map of the course. Sorry I missed your comment, Tom. Like I always say, guys, if I missed your question, just drop it back in the chat like Tom did. Because sometimes when the questions come in fast, I miss some. It's certainly not intentional. Thanks, Dumpster. I appreciate it. Paul says off to Turkey for 4 days. 4 rounds next week's a bit of practice before the real golf begins. That's great, Paul. I've never played golf in Turkey, but I'd like to someday. I'm excited to hear how your experience is. That's why I would like to know if you can keep me a promise with them. Please, can you promise me that you will never wear them untied? Can you tie them up? They are tied. Look at this. All tied up. Nice and tight. I'm not going to have any issues, but it's a good thing to be on the lookout for, Daryl. Tommy says, I had a dog. He died in his bed of happiness with a little smile on his face. Yeah, it's hard losing your pets, but you know, they give us thousands of the best days in exchange for some of the hardest days. You can do this, man. Thanks, Tyler. Rez says, just wanted to let you know I'm thankful for you, bro. Appreciate the inspiration and the journey. Stay locked in. Sending all the respect your way. Thank you so much, Rez. I appreciate you saying that, my dude. Really grateful to have your support. And guys, if you want, go check out Rez's channel. He's doing some cool stuff. Building a platform on YouTube and social media as well. Boom. Be the best you can and push your limits. Well said, Tyler. That's what I aspire to show people as well. You know, that you don't have to be special. You don't have to be a world-class athlete or anything. I'm just a guy who figured out how to start getting better at things, how to lose weight, how to quit alcohol, how to quit nicotine, how to quit caffeine, all these different things that were holding me back from being the best version of myself. And the hardest part is just starting. Just saying, I'm going to start, I'm going to do something different, I'm going to implement a process, and day after day after day, you're going to commit to that process. For me, it's very simple in some ways. You know, I'm going to wake up today and I'm not going to drink. The same way I didn't yesterday, the same way I'm not going to tomorrow, but for today, I'm focused on, among other things, not drinking. That's how any hard goal, anything that takes a long amount of time gets accomplished. Truly, guys, it's one day at a time, one step at a time. If your goal is to lose 100 pounds, well, you don't lose 100 pounds all at once. You do it 1 pound at a time, one day at a time. I've been there. I've had to lose a bunch of weight. I've had to get my life in order and do things like therapy to become a happier person, to manage my depression and anxiety. Learning how to manage ADHD has been a big one for me. It doesn't mean that every day is perfect or that there aren't hard days, there aren't obstacles. Of course there still are. But I've given myself a tool set to handle adversity so that when those bad days comes, I say, okay, these days are going to happen. I have tools that I can leverage to make them not as bad. And hopefully I can get through it in a better, more effective way than I could without those tools. But it doesn't mean that bad days won't happen. Definitely doesn't mean that. It's all in the mindset. Hey, Tyler. Hope everyone cares. Yeah, of course. I mean, we're here. John, would you like a no, now there's a safe way to keep them tied up all the time? Sure. Big respect, bro. Thanks so much. Thanks, Tom. Paul, just opened a 0% beer. I won't ever want to quit drinking, but I've certainly realized that moderation is key. No more than 2 days a week to have a beer or two. The rest is 0% or green tea. That's amazing, Paul. I similarly use the 0% beers as a great tool for me. It helps me feel that I can still participate in the same activities I did before, you know, watching a football game with friends or going to the golf course and hanging out with my buddies. I just don't have to deal with the negative ramifications of drinking alcohol. I can still have a beer, I can still enjoy the taste, I can feel refreshed, but not have to deal with the negative things that come with drinking, of which there are many. I have a question. Go for it. Ask your question. Practice makes perfect. Keep doing that. Thanks so much. Tell me, Daryl. Paul says 100% agree. A lot of the bars and golf clubs sell decent 0% now too. I totally agree, Paul. Even it's been almost 5 years since I quit drinking, and in that time, I've noticed a big proliferation in the availability of non-alcoholic or low-alcohol beers, which is an awesome, awesome thing to see. It's a great tool. I know it's not for everyone. There are people that say I need to just leave all of this behind and not drink anything that reminds me of alcohol, and that's totally okay. But for some of us, it can be a really good tool to manage our sobriety. Can you try it? I will try it, Daryl. You got to tell me what the method is, though. What practice net do you use in your live streams? Great question, friendly creator. If you want to learn more about the net that I use, head down to the description of the live stream to where it says net return and click on that link. That will take you to the net return website. You can learn all about their awesome products. And if you guys have been following the channel for a while, guys, I don't do a ton of ads. I don't have lots of sponsorships and affiliates, but net return is one that I really believe in. It's a great product. It's built to last. I've already had to break it down, pack it up, and move it, and it's done everything and more that I could have hoped for. I really think I'm going to have that thing for a decade. So if you're interested in an at-home setup and you want to learn more, and if you go to buy one, you can save some money. There's a discount code there with that link. I messaged you. There you go. I saw a cold drink. It looked like a Coke, but turns out it was beer. Then I threw up. Oh, boy. I got the QI10. QI10 is great. Played yesterday. Shot a new high score for me. 110. Made a total of 6 putts on the green. I'm going to get the AI smoke so I can cook. That's awesome, Wyatt. Keep up the hard work. Keep setting those goals for yourself. You know, next thing you know, you'll be shooting in the 90s, breaking 100. That's awesome. Does net return sale just the net? Oh, I think they have lots of other things as well, Jamin. You know, hitting mats and some other things. I know it's also a family-owned business, which I like supporting. Tyler has a question. Go for it. Spider Boy has the Sim 2 Max. Sim 2 Max is one of the best drivers out there, guys. One of the best that they've ever made. One of the last with the titanium faces, which I think they're probably going to go back to. I'm not convinced that these carbon faces are the future. Boom. Like a replacement net. Oh, definitely, Jamin. And they come with in a variety of different sizes and varieties. I have the Pro Series because I needed one that was slightly bigger. Do you live in England? I do not live in England. I'm on in the northeast part of the US. I'm all right. Spider Boy says, are you gay? I am not gay, but it would be totally fine if I was. And if you're gay, there's nothing wrong with that at all, guys. Just be yourself. We only get a short amount of time to be here, living our lives. So be kind to people. And if it's not directly impacting you or hurting your day-to-day life, I really don't see why people get so upset about these things. Life is hard enough, right? We all have our own struggles. Finding someone who will care about you and love you, that's a very challenging thing in this world. If you find somebody like that, who am I to tell you that you shouldn't, love them and live your life that way? Rich said, love your clown face, Roger Goodell. Shout out to Rich, love it. Technically New England, yes. Have you heard of the Golf Daddy Golf Sim? I have not, Seth. Tell me more. Tommy says, it's okay if you're gay. I agree, Tommy. Are you a good boy? Sometimes. Spider-Man, you're inappropriate. Just finished a range session. I'm going to Top Golf soon. Very cool, D-Mac. Top Golf is always a fun time. No, we missed on the left again. Ugh. What I hope we will someday get to, guys, is a society where it's unremarkable that somebody's gay or somebody's a woman or they're a person of color. Darn it. These should be unremarkable things because they are so normal, accepted that they're not even worth talking about, that we're talking about the content of people's character. We're talking about their ideas and how they want to help other people. Things that are much, much more important than who they fall in love with or how they present themselves. Can you visit? I was in England not too long ago, guys. Went there for a wedding. Seth says, divot board and a phone app lets you play sandwich to 8-iron. Apparently it's decent. Family-friendly channel. Are lab putters any good? I think so. Please, John, try it so you will not trip up. Daryl, I appreciate you looking out, my guy. The good news is I never let my laces be untied, so you don't have to worry about me tripping on them. Boom. Right back on track. Making some putts. I live in Raw Marsh. Really small bedroom. What do you mean, Tommy? This one? This is an office. Oh, guys, look at the time. We're going to be able to hit one more putt, and then I've got to go get ready for a meeting coming up at the top of the hour. But as always, guys, wow, now we're missing the other side. That's at least some progress. As always, guys, I'm incredibly grateful for all your support. We couldn't do this without you. All the support, all you guys showing up to watch the videos, share the videos with your friends, you know, commenting and liking them. I just can't thank you guys enough, so... What is your current job? I work in consulting, which is great for flexibility. I don't know if I agree even with that, DMAC. I think there's lots of evidence that shows, you know, even religious scholars and people who wrote in books like the Bible or the Quran were aware of gay people and it was normal and accepted. I think, unfortunately, those kinds of things are often taken out of context or used by people with ulterior motives. You know, I went to Catholic school for years and years. I was raised in a church. Never once was I taught to hate other people or that, you know, I should try to make their lives harder or worse. All right, guys, we've got to go, but thank you so much for all your support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time.